Hello, friends. Today I have for you two vintage Montblanc fountain pens from my collection. It is the Montblanc 24 and the Montblanc 22. They are part of the same series of fountain pens, which was launched in 1959 when Montblanc retires the models 142, 144, and 146 and replaces them with the series Meisterstück, which had a lifetime guarantee, with this medium series of Montblanc 22 and 24. These particular models had a 25-year guarantee, and there was the economic range that had a 10-year warranty. As the series numbering 2 is the series number, the medium range series, and 22, 2 stands for regular size, as you can see, the 24 is bigger, and this is the large size. The 22 is approximately 130 millimeters long, and her bigger brother is 135, 140 centimeters long, and the 24 is slightly thick, has a thick body. I hope you can see. I will show you some models from that period. And so here we have the Montblanc 22 side by side with the Montblanc 24, with later models from the 70s of Montblanc 320 and another 320, a Lamy 2000 from the late 60s, an older Montblanc 146 from the beginning of the 50s, and a modern one, the Pelican Souverain M800 from the late 80s. So you can see them side by side. And you can compare their dimension. They are beautiful, beautiful fountain pens. They are made of black plastic, and they have those gold trimmings. They are both piston fillers. They have 2 rings on the cap, and on the thickest ring we have Montblanc number 22, as you can see. On the top we have the famous logo, which represents the 6 tops of the Montblanc. We have the logo on the turning knob. It has a beautiful butterfly nib, a semi-hooded nib. It has this interesting faceted ink window, this blue ink window, and this beautiful, beautiful feed, interesting feed from Montblanc. Okay, it has a push-on cap, so it holds quite securely. Now let's talk about his big brother, the 24. It's very similar. We have the same gold trimmings. We have Montblanc 24, The same logo. Even the clip is similar in shape. The same logo on the turning knob. It's also a piston filler, and it has the same ink window. Maybe I will show them both together. Yes. So they are. This is the 22 and this is the 24. They are similar. Even the nibs. Of course, this has a fine nib and this has an oblique broad nib. But the same feeds. There was a difference in price between them. In a 1960s catalog, the 24, the 22 costs 16.50 US dollars, and the 24 it costs $19. So this is a catalog in the 1960s, and as a reference, the Meisterstück Diplomat, which was still in production, costs in this catalog $33. So you can see that those medium series fountain pens weren't that cheap. And I repeat, they had a 25 years warranty, and the Meisterstück 149 and the other from the series Meisterstück had a lifetime warranty. This is a 1960s design, a beautiful design. It has this classic look. While it's kept, it has this classic, simple, elegant, respectable, let's say respectable appearance. You can see the beautiful contrast between the black, the shiny black plastic and the gold trimmings. But once you uncap it, you see this beautiful semi-hooded nib, and this gives a dynamic flow to the whole appearance of the fountain pen. For me, it looks like a rocket. This is the top of the rocket. These are the fuel reserve of the rocket, and it's a spacecraft look, a futuristic look, and it is a specific design trait of the pens from the 1960s, including here the famous Lamy 2000, which has also very, very modern look. As you can see, I left them uninked for you to admire the beautiful transparent blue faceted windows. You can see them, very interesting faceted windows. There are also present this gold rings and this silver ring. I will show you how easy it is to disassemble this fountain pen. So this is the model 22, and you simply unscrew this part here. So we start unscrewing this part, and we are left with this transparent ink window. You can see this is transparent, and we have another part which is a faceted part. So we left here, and this little metal ring. Be careful not to lose it. Okay, let's leave them here. And this is the grip part, which has this beautiful semi-hooded nib. But what I will try to do now is to take it off and let you see this beautiful gold nib and his inscriptions. So I will gently push down on the feed, and now I can push on the nib itself. So this is the nib. It has this plastic part, and I will try to slide it. Okay, I've managed it. Oops. Let's Okay, let's hold them. So this is the nice ebonite feed I was talking previously about. It has this interesting shape for a Mont Blanc feed, and I want to show you the beautiful, beautiful gold nib. So it let me focus on it. Yes, this is a Mont Blanc. It has the Empress Mont Blanc 14 karat 5F5, and you can see the number 22 on it. So you can see the 22 number, a beautiful, beautiful gold nib. It's too shame that is hidden by the this little part. So when you see it like this, it's a shame they don't show to you. So this is hidden by this part. Indeed, a nice, nice, nice gold ring, and gold nib. A beautiful, beautiful gold nib. I don't know how to open this piston filler, and I'm not going to try to open it. I don't want to break it. So, an important part when you put it back together, you can see that this plastic part has like an opening here, and this gold nib has a small part, and they must fit together. And also this part on the plastic feed must on the plastic part must go with the feed. So if you look closely, when I man the feed has also this part, and it must match the plastic part here. So when you put it together, you just push and align all of these elements. Of course, you will push it till it reaches the plastic part. So it's a small detail that I wanted to show you. Okay, now we put back, yes, this part and this part. Okay, and we have already assembled those parts. I'm trying to push. So we align the grip part, and then we gently push the nib in. So it's in. You can see that it's now in, and now we are putting back with a screw. So the pen is back. Okay. You might wonder if the cap from the model 24 it's compatible with the model 22. No, it isn't compatible. You can see that it doesn't have that click, but if we put the original cap, you can hear the clip. So the parts aren't compatible with the two models. This is the Model 24. On this model, it isn't so easy to take apart, but they are the same, practically the same parts. Stay tuned, please, for the writing sample when I will ink both of these fountain pens and I will show you a small writing sample. Welcome to the writing sample. As always, I will use for testing the Parker Quick blue ink, and I will move fast. First of all, I will operate the piston knob on both of these fountain pens, and then I will dip them in the ink bottle. Okay, I've already unscrewed on the 22. You can see the plastic cork on the mechanism, and I want to show you on the 24 the same procedure. So you unscrew the piston knob gently, and you can see through the ink window. Okay, it is fully wrought. We take the ink, and now we unscrew the piston knob. Okay, as you can see, it's full of ink. We wipe it clean, put it here, and we do the same procedure with the 22. You can see also that the ink window is full of ink. Okay, so the first is the Montblanc 22, which has a fine nib and it has some variations. This this particular model has a poor ink flow, so I have to deal with it and tune it. So this is the model 22, and now with the model 24. Remember, this has an oblique broad nib, so my favorite nib. Montblanc 24. So you can see the difference between a fine nib and an oblique broad nib. It is oblique because you can see the difference between the lines. These are fine lines and these are broad lines. There isn't much flex to it. So they are made in the 1960s. The 1960s. It is difficult to write with the camera. So made in 1960s, and quite good fountain pens. Good fountain pens. They are good fountain pens. I strongly recommend buying one because they are cheap in comparison with the other models from the other vintage models from Montblanc. I hope you've enjoyed my review, and I wish you a good day.